This podcast is a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to find out more. Before we start today's show, just a reminder, you can rate the podcast 5 stars on Spotify or wherever you listen. You can also support us and get full video episodes of the pod at patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. Would love some support. Plus, you can listen to my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, support all the shows we do here at Radio Mike Productions. Anyway, here's this week's Harry Potter and the Boys. 50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Kazkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sam Garlip is here.
It is great to be here. It's me, Sammy G, in the house with my good friend Template.
Template from last week's episode.
My good mate. Anyway,
your good mate Template. My good mate Template. That rhymes.
He's my mate. And his name is Template, and don't be late. We got to
masturbate.
That's it.
That's where you wanted it to be. Of course, we just did about 2 minutes of bonus exclusive content for the Patreon, which you can only hear on patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. Jump on. You also get full video pods of this podcast.
And now we have nothing left to talk about.
Now we've got, we talked, what did we talk about? We talked about our names. We did impressions of the woman from Monsters Inc. Well, is she?
Which now we can't, and now we can't do them.
We can't do them.
We will not be giving you those impressions.
No.
As good as they were.
Yeah. Wazowski.
No. Don't.
That wasn't even good.
Yeah. But he's great to be. But Mike and I just went and got a coffee, but just to kind of G ourselves up before.
Yeah. So just so people know, at the moment we're recording on 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. It's currently 10:46 because me and Sam waste a lot of time not doing this pod. Do you think subconsciously it's just because we're like, oh God, this pod again?
I have to block out 2.5 hours for a 45-minute podcast.
Sorry, man.
No.
We should. If you want it to run better, it can just be you get here, we record, we don't talk, we don't catch up.
Sure.
I like catching up because I'm a friend.
But anyway, it's actually my fault. But anyway,
You're my friend.
Went and got a coffee. I'm going to roll past that.
Okay.
Went and got a coffee and regular listener Tom. Well,
Tom the barista.
Yeah.
Is he regular?
Tom the barman.
Tom the barman.
That's what.
Oh yeah, we should call him Tom the barman.
I only say that because you've done that before, but we should call him.
Oh, have
Tom.
I actually? Yeah. Fuck, this podcast just
goes
over my head. Hey guys.
But anyway, went there. Mike, you'd already been there this morning.
Yeah, I went in this morning at about 9 a.m.
And I've actually just there's a line where you and people will know this. You can be friends with the baristas and the people at the coffee shop, but there is a line of where you've got to stop. There's a boundary between friend and staff member you can't cross. And one of them, I walked in there and you've broken their magnet.
So they have magnets on the coffee machine of all these like different cities so I guess people who go to the cafe when they go overseas, like regulars, they get magnets and they bring them to the cafe.
It could also have been Tom. He could have gone.
No, it actually is customers. So I've spoken to Tom about it.
Okay, anyway. So I'm going to explain it in my own words. I don't know why I'm not letting you explain it. But someone has gone overseas and they've brought back a personalised Portugal magnet. And Mike apparently comes in and plays with, like a child, plays with the magnets on the coffee machine, which aren't his, and then dropped it and broke it.
This was, 9 a.m. this morning. I broke the magnet, yes, and I apologized profusely. A few people saw it, and I tried to put it back together, then actually dropped it again and broke it into another piece.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, Tom didn't mention it.
Then when we walk in this time and then there's a broken magnet there, they're all upset. And there's
so Sam and I then walked in together when Sam got here, and they weren't upset at all.
Well, anyway. And then you continued to play with the remaining magnets, saying, this is what I was doing, and then I dropped it. And I was like, don't touch them anymore. I don't want to be part of this breaking magnet situation.
Yeah.
And there's Tom who works there who's lovely, and then another guy, Arthur, I think.
I call him Artie. I think his name is Arthur, but I met him like a year ago and I'm not 100% sure, but I just call him Artie.
But we walk in there and Mike's like, oh yeah, I broke the magnet. And Tom's like, oh no, it's all right. And Mike's like, oh, Artie's not happy about it. And he's there and like making a joke. But then I look at Artie and he's there crossing his arms, not looking happy about it at all. I'm like, I don't think Artie's in on the joke. I think he actually is upset. Then Mike goes, oh yeah, we'll get a coffee actually, while Tom's making my coffee. And Mike just reaches over the counter and puts his own numbers in the FPOS machine.
Yeah, I'm too comfortable there.
You can't do that.
I just like punch in the numbers and press OK, scan my card.
Which Tom was like, oh, okay, and then
I've gotten way too.
And then Mike's gone, Artie loves it. Artie doesn't like it, and you look at Artie, and he doesn't look like he's enjoying that part.
Oh god!
And then because you've only put it through the FPOS machine, Artie goes to put it through the till, which if you've worked somewhere, you know you have to put it through both. And Mike goes, no, I've already put it through.
I did say that.
And Artie's like, I have to put it through the till.
Yeah.
We actually he didn't say that. He just shook his head and put it in.
It's not as bad as Sam was making.
It's not as bad as making it.
No, I go there every morning.
He does.
I'm actually very friendly with
him.
Artie and Tom.
They love him there. Artie loves it.
Yeah. And Tom is jumping about in the pod. He started at season 2. He skipped forward to season 3 because I told him we've talked about him. And now he's like, now I'm just going to start at season 1. So I don't know. And that actually made me think of so Claire was listening to the pod. This is actually last year. Do you remember the episode in season 2, book 2, with the big twist?
I think so. And this is to me and the listeners?
Yeah. All of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And the big twist was that basically that
we'd led up to the big twist for about a year.
And it was yeah. And it was like the book was saying this is the chapter with the big twist,
Yes.
right? And in the book, the twist was that Jim Wilkins' choir, who was a character, was an anagram of the mysterious villain,
Yes.
Clownish Kim Jiri.
Yeah.
And I remember when Claire was listening, she's like, I'm so excited for the big twist. And then she hadn't been listening from the start. She had just kind of joined. And then when it revealed that the letters changed to Clownish Kim Jiri, she was like, who's Clownish Kim Jiri? I don't get it.
Yeah.
So she just didn't get the twist.
Oh, that is a bit... Yeah, that would be a bit of a...
Downer.
Yeah. I think we get a few... But once you get the rhythm of this show, you realise there's a few of those.
Yeah, there's a
and that makes it
few downers.
exciting. You're like,
Yeah.
this could be big.
Never know if
could
it's-
be nothing.
Never know if it's going to be an upper or a downer.
I'm sure I had something else to talk about
Well,
here.
I had one little tidbit from listening. I'm currently listening to the Goblet of Fire audiobook. And
I am too.
oh, great. Where are you up to?
I can't remember. Well, Mel's listening to it.
Well, so I listened to the first task with the dragon, and I texted you the other night at like 11:30.
Yes.
Dragon, because I just had this thought.
I know, you literally text me dragon.
Yeah,
And I wrote,
it was just
Dragoon.
it was just to remind myself of what I wanted to talk about. So
well, I didn't know that. I thought you were just texting me dragon.
sorry, man. So in the Goblet of Fire movie, in the first task, the dragon breaks free of its chains.
Yeah.
Which I don't think happens in the book, right? The dragon doesn't break free from the chains, right?
Oh, because in the movie they fly around the castle. and
Yeah.
everything. So they don't do that in the book.
I don't think so.
No,
I
think you're right. I think it's just confined to the...
Yeah, and I get why they did that in the movie. Like, great sweeping shots, Harry on the broomstick around the castle. But
They're obviously asking, this is what it is, but what else can it be?
yeah.
What else can this scene be?
Exactly. But here's what I found interesting about that is, does the fly around the castle, Harry then comes soaring down and grabs the egg with the dragon behind him, at which point the scene changes to him in the Gryffindor common room
With the egg.
holding the egg.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is, like, what happened to the dragon? Like, did people just have to run on and restrain it again? 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
It just cuts. There must have been something that happened directly after that. Like, people must have ran on and started stunning the dragon. It must have been a serious emergency.
Because
and we don't get to see it.
That's so true because the dragons are they trained to protect the golden eggs?
They're mother dragons. It says in the book, so they're nesting dragons.
Yeah,
and like the eggs are in the books. The eggs are in is in with their actual eggs.
So you'd assume that once Harry grabs the egg, the dragons go, "Oh,
we're just following.
You win. You win. Reset it. Set it all up again."
Isn't that what happened in the Teen Wizard tournament? Like the dragon accidentally killed Gorby and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and drove home.
Got in his car and drove home. So the Fort Anglia.
Fuck, that's
so.
funny.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Well, I imagine like Charlie Weasley was around and
but he's not in the movie.
But you would have Harry gets it and then the dragon would just keep coming.
It's not over there. Yeah, he must have just kept flying around until someone was like, "Hey, we should do something."
Or like, what if it just went, "Oh, I'm just gonna go," flew away.
Yeah, the dragon's like, "Oh, I got my egg. I've got nothing to live for."
And it is a bit annoying when the dragon, like breaks free of its chains because like, okay, so are these chains just not strong enough?
Yeah.
How was this the first time?
Surely someone in OH&S with the Ministry of Magic has to go, "Hey, sorry guys, I know okay, we're doing a competition. It's fun. It's like intense. It's really good. It's a spectator sport."
And the people who sign up, they do sign up to die. Anyway.
Yeah, but this simply can't happen. We can't have a dragon on the loose.
Yeah, because they're like, "Oh, look, contractually, the people who entered the tournament, they know they might die."
Yeah.
But it's like, yes, but what about the hundreds of people just mere meters away watching the then the dragon is out and there's fire going everywhere.
Yeah. We need, it's absolutely crazy.
We need an explainer on that.
The other thing is just generally in the Harry Potter world, if there's all these wild dragons, how are the dragons not being seen by muggles? They must be flying in the sky. They must be killing prey.
Oh, sure.
How are the muggles not seeing that?
Oh, they're just, they're staying high in the clouds, mountains.
What if a dragon just hit a plane?
Well, that would... then the plane would go down. There'd be no survivors.
No one would ever know.
No one would know.
Witnesses. Imagine you're just on a plane and there's just a dragon next to you.
Oh, no one would believe me.
That'd be horrific.
Guys, there's a dragon out there.
No, there's not. Close the window.
Where's the air marshal? Get this guy.
Get this guy arrested.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well,
and also in the Harry Potter wouldn't work in modern times because in the age of video phones, things would just go viral before the Ministry could obliviate all the muggles. You see some, I don't know, you see some animal like a centaur, a muggle would definitely accidentally see a centaur, would film it, put it on YouTube, and then suddenly, or put it on TikTok.
Yeah, but then also in our more modern world of now, you look at a video, AI,
you don't know if it's real.
You're like, all right, I've seen photos and videos, I'm like, oh, that's whatever.
Wow, that's realistic.
I got tricked this week for about 2 days with something.
What was it?
It's not that interesting. It's actually it's interesting that we've recorded between recording this podcast last week and this week, we've missed the whole news cycle of the Titanic submersible.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
Only in this one little bit that there's a meme about the Titanic submersible that people died on.
Yeah.
There was a meme about they used a Logitech PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Anyway, then there was after that they're like, oh, the images of the debris, that I saw images of debris, and they zoom in. They're like, the fucking controller survived. And
did it really? Oh,
well, no.
Oh,
but there's a picture of the seafloor, and they've zoomed in, and there's a controller on the seafloor. I'm like, oh my god! And then
that is hilarious.
For 2 days, I thought that was real. Then I looked up, I was like, fact check. No, it's not real. No images have been released at all. But I was like, oh well, that is genuinely a Logitech controller on the seafloor. But I think it might.
Yeah, I got fooled by one yesterday, but I'm going to talk about it in my other pod, 20th Century Boy. So I don't want to talk about it here.
Wow. Well, I guess that's a horizontal tease to 20th Century Boy.
There's a little tease. Go over.
But for me, it's just like you're teasing me and bullying me, and like excluding me from a story.
From the conversation. Shall we get on to the fanfic, or have you got another?
We should. All I had was just on the subject of the Triwizard Tournament book/movie.
Yeah.
I just saw a meme of Mad Eye Moody, getting his paycheck for that whole year of teaching, despite the fact that it was Barty Crouch Jr. Yeah, he did a whole year.
Does he get paid?
Yeah. Does he get paid? He
don't
must.
know.
He probably. Yeah. Well, why wouldn't he? I mean, the person in admin is just like, oh yeah, I'm paying. Well,
does he have to pay it
Alistair
back?
Moody? Here's his wage, and he's
Yeah.
great.
Who does the payroll at Hogwarts? I reckon it'd be McGonagall.
Why? Because she's a woman. She used to do
No,
it.
just because she's intelligent and thorough.
Yeah, she is.
That's what I was getting at.
I know, same.
But that's it's a good point. Like
a teacher shouldn't be doing it.
no, is there an accountant at Hogwarts? Like someone needs to be doing payroll. And also, it's all physical currency. As far as we know, there is no digital currency in Hogwarts. So do they just like, does Dumbledore
sack
just
of
get all the
galleons?
teachers to line up and it's like, Snape, 2 galleons for the week. McGonagall, 3 galleons for the week.
Hey.
Excuse me, why is Professor McGonagall getting 1 more galleon than me? Well, she's a more experienced teacher than you, Severus. Well, I'm quitting. I don't know where I was going with that.
Because Dumbledore will be like, okay, I'll find a new potions teacher.
Yeah.
I sent you another. I think I sent you another Harry Potter TikTok or something. There's
Yeah.
like a first year Hufflepuff kid just watching.
Harry get the 300 extra points.
Yeah, Dumbledore announcing. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
All right, we should get on to the double F because we've been doing titties for ages. Tidbits, of course. Now, we ended the last chapter. What happened at the end of the last chapter, Sam? Tell us what happens in this podcast.
I actually
that you
tried
do.
to listen back just a second ago.
Just 1 second ago when we were doing this.
Yeah,
show.
we've been
Sam
talking.
currently
I've got
has an AirPod
one
in.
AirPod in. I've been listening to the last week's episode whilst talking on this one.
Also, Tom, the barman,
Yeah.
lovely compliments about our chemistry at the cafe.
That was
before.
very nice, yeah.
Really lovely guy.
Actually, I should say that not from a recommendation really, but someone wrote in and said our chemistry was like James Acaster's.
That was Tom, the barman.
It was a Tom.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
I should have told him because I just started listening to it.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I think it's the one he's talking about, Off the Menu.
Yeah, that's it. And when you're listening, you're like, wow, this is just like me and Mike. We
No.
should reach out to these guys.
No, I'm not. But
James Acaster, we do a Harry Potter fan fiction podcast. We want you to come on it.
he's not going to see this.
Yeah, I'm going to cut it up into a clip and tag him in it.
All right, well, just in case he does see that, I'm a big fan.
We should get Becky Lucas on as well.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Talk about Everybody Loves Raymond. All right, anyway,
my
what
God.
happened at the
Don't
end?
put that in the clip. And the Locky's house, Locky's dad.
Yeah,
Locky's
Blade
masturbating.
Lockhart.
And they got a prostitute coming over at 6:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
How did it end? It ended with Lockie's dad getting called to the Aura office. Do you not remember?
No, I don't remember.
And then, remember the chapter was called The Boys Who Fell from the Sky?
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
And Derek and Dimmy
Yeah.
come crashing down from the sky.
Right. Sorry, I'm just not up to that part. Oh, wait, I am now. Yeah.
In your
Oh, they're flying. Yeah, gotcha.
And
Yeah.
then Lockie says, oh, hang on. Yeah. Lockie says, how the bloody hell did you get here? Because they fell from the sky.
Yeah.
To which we pick up at chapter 8.
Oh, yes.
Sam Garlip, take it away. Chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
Oh, wait. We always start by reading the title of the chapter. Sorry.
Chapter 8. How the bloody hell they got there.
Ooh. And that's a funny.
Really, that is funny.
That's very Dav Pilkey from
Yeah.
Captain Underpants.
Yeah, so but you have to tell us, said Lockie. How the bloody hell did you get here?
Yeah.
End of chapter. Chapter 8. How the bloody hell they got there.
Yeah, Dav Pilkey and Captain Underpants used to do that a lot. Like it would end like, how did you get here, Mr. Krupp, the principal? And then the next chapter is how Mr. Krupp got there. Like, I like that.
Yeah. Captain Underpants was good, wasn't it?
Good, yeah. I've got the whole collection.
Wow.
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, and you flip the pages over. Do you
Yeah,
ever
Flip-a-rama.
Did you ever rip the pages on accident?
Yeah, all the time. And
That doesn't surprise me. You break a lot of stuff. Break magnets.
I remember loving Captain Underpants so much. Like those books were just the epitome of fun.
Yeah.
And so funny. All right, start up the chappy.
All right, here we go. Chapter 8. How the bloody hell they got there. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? A bit of a unique and different style of chapter transitional moment. Okay.
So the narrator, again, is aware.
Yes.
Almost taunting the reader.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you want You want to know what's happening in the story? Well, guess what? I'm just going to start talking about. That's probably what we are doing to the listeners.
I actually asked Tom the barman, I'm like, is it good to listen to this podcast? Because to me, it's like, wow, this must be such a frustrating podcast to listen to. And Tom was like, yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah, but
He has to say that.
You've asked him to his face.
Behind our backs, he's like, it's the
Imagine
worst
if he
podcast.
said to our imagine if you asked him and to our faces he said,
It's not great. You guys should talk less.
yeah, but you can't talk less because it's an audio medium.
Yeah.
Um.
All right.
Yes, different style chapter, transitional moment. Doesn't really make sense. Because instead of just showing you what happened in order, I've given you a bit of a curveball and done it so that it's out of order. Like a bit of a flashback. Like, what? What the fuck happened here? That kind of thing. Or
That's how everyone's thinking.
What says WTF happened?
WTF happened here.
So anyway, let me take you back 50 years, ...
Oh, wow.
And then-
we're going far.
And then Paige's rustling sound effect.
Now, what's interesting about that is it's actually said Paige's rustling sound effect, and then it actually says FLT, like.
That's a pretty good written down version of the Paige rustling sound effect.
Yeah, but it says Paige's rustling sound effect.
And then also has a...
So
yeah,
we
that's
don't
true.
actually know if this is the Paige's rustling sound effect.
That
the
could be someone
FLT.
masturbating again.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Okay, so 50 years.
Which is what happens in when Harry finds the diary.
Oh, it does. Okay.
He's
cool.
like, do you know anything about the Chamber of Secrets? Yes. Can you tell me? No.
The thing is, 50 years... Oh, sorry.
But I can show you. Let me take you back 50 years.
It does happen. Stop. Don't make eye contact with me when you're making that sound. Quite disturbing. But taking us 50 years back from here is just to the events of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
The Hogwarts...
That's true.
Battle of Hogwarts?
So around about then, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Cool. Just getting a text.
Sam's juggling some serious business
No,
while doing the pod.
It all
he's
worked
just
out well.
Texting.
So-
Jesus Christ.
So back to... Okay.
So we're back 50 years.
You were wandering around Hogwarts.
This is the reader is now telling the reader what to imagine.
The
the
narrator.
narrator.
No.
Yeah.
You were okay. I'll just. You were wandering around Hogwarts, but everything is in black and white. A boy approaches the staircase, where another older boy is also walking up the staircase. And at the top of the staircase is a much older man. You look at the boy at the bottom of the staircase. He's in colour, but everything else is in black and white. You notice his glasses and scar. It's a young Harry Potter.
Oh.
I want to stay in the moment, but I have to take myself out of it. I'm so annoyed about how many times you've written staircase.
Really?
Oh my God.
Staircase.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
A boy approaches the staircase. Where that boy is at the staircase. And at the top of the staircase. And then you look at the boy at the bottom of the staircase. Oh my God. Okay, we're at a staircase.
But also, I love that, yeah, in Harry Potter, JK doesn't take you back in time. She takes Harry back in time and you watch it. But it's still Harry's perspective. But in this, she's bypassed that. It's you, the reader, have now gone back 50 years and you are watching
That is so funny. That is so funny. You're right. No, yeah. You, the reader, are now in the story.
Which has never happened.
Yeah,
but
that is so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so you notice his glass and scar. It's a young Harry Potter. Harry, you say?
Not one of the characters. It's you. You're saying this.
Yeah. This has become a real, I don't know, immersive, choose your own adventure.
Maybe
almost.
it works for a podcast, to hear this.
Harry, you say? He doesn't respond.
I want everyone listening, close your eyes and just imagine this and say the lines.
Well, they can't see the script.
Yeah, but after Sam says them, say the lines out loud. Record
Harry,
yourself.
you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He doesn't respond. Excuse me, said Harry to the other older boy. He doesn't respond. The older boy starts talking to the older man. Professor Dumbledore, he says, you figure out this is the scene from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Okay, so
Okay.
where so you, the reader, basically the narrator is going like, you are now watching Harry watching Tom Riddle
and Dumbledore.
and Dumbledore. That's why it said, if you
Harry's
scroll
in
up,
colour.
it said Harry's the only one in. Oh, whoops. Harry's. Oh, no. Oh, God.
my
Oh,
God.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
It says that Harry was in colour. One of the boys was in colour.
It was literally on the same. So Mike reached across and scrolled like a million pages the wrong direction, and it was 2 lines up. Harry's in colour.
Oh, man. Okay, sorry. Harry Potter and the boys will be right back. Excuse this interruption, teachers and students. Just a reminder that Derek is a disgrace to all wizards, but also a reminder that I do another podcast. It's called 20th Century Boy. It's the conversations you wish you were having about the stuff that no one else cares about, talking all the biggest news in pop culture and etc. In the last few weeks, we talked about the worst ever Disney song ever written, the new season of Black Mirror, the Beatles reuniting through AI, and why no one will ever be able to afford Apple's new Vision Pro or Taylor Swift tickets. Check it out wherever you're listening to this podcast. Okay, back to the show.
So you figure out, this is the scene from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. You have gone back in time and you are watching Harry, watching Tom Riddle talk to Dumbledore. Whoops, wrong memory. So it's not even significant.
Yeah, because I didn't think we were going back that far. I thought we were just going back yesterday.
Yeah. Whoops, wrong memory. Literally just taking you back, actually like a couple of hours before Dimmy and Derrick, like a couple hours before Dimmy and Derrick fell out of the sky. I'm sure you have lots of questions. How did they get there? Actually, that's probably your main and only question.
It is.
Yeah. So here's what the flop happened. I like, and then
What the flop happened.
Yeah, and then it just has the entire alphabet in italics.
Just in capital letters.
In capital letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Do you say Z?
Yes.
I'm a Z guy. Y and Z.
Which is wrong.
Is it?
Well, we say Z, but then for Gen Z, you say Gen Z. You don't say Gen Z.
Americans say
Z.
Z?
Yeah.
So am I Americanizing it?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I think I'm a Z guy. No, I'm a Z guy. I'm a Z guy.
Well, I think you're changing because...
No, I am.
I think you say Z a lot. Well, you know why you do? Because you're a Dragon Ball Z kid.
Yes, it's definitely not Dragon Ball Z.
Which, if you say Dragon Ball Z, you do sound a bit weird if you say Dragon Ball Z. But
anyone who says Dragon Ball Z, like, shouldn't be on this planet. Should be on Namek or something.
I probably said that in primary school. Did you guys watch Dragon Ball Z this morning? That sounds fun.
No, but you glossed over a great gag I made.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said anyone who says Dragon Ball Z shouldn't be on this planet, and then I was like, they should be on like Namek or something because Namek is the planet that Piccolo is from in Dragon Ball Z.
Totally.
Some people got that and were like, "That's fucking good, Mike."
But is that bad? Piccolo was cool, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I'm just like, it was just I don't know. There wasn't much thought behind it.
I loved Dragon Ball Z as a kid, and I don't think I want to go rewatch it because I like what I remember about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
So in short, it's Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Z.
But in Australia, we do say Z. But I think they're leaning towards. I reckon people are leaning towards going to Z.
Dragon Balls is interesting because there was like the first one was actually just called Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Then
I
they
do
did
remember that.
when Goku was a kid. Then they did Dragon Ball Z when Goku was an adult. Then they did Dragon Ball GT.
Oh my god!
Did you see Dragon Ball GT?
Maybe.
And then they did Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Oh.
And now they're doing Dragon Ball Super.
Nah.
So they've dropped the just letters. Now they're just doing Dragon Ball Super.
I think I only saw Z and Dragon Ball and maybe a bit of GT, but
yeah. What does GT stand for? Dragon Ball Good Times.
yeah. Gin and tonics.
We saved the world. Now we're just having a good time.
Yeah, we're just having a good time. Yeah. And just them just sitting around
having cocktails.
Having
Master
a good time.
Roshi Master Roshi was a bit of a perv. Do you remember him? Sorry,
the bald
guys.
one?
Yeah, the bald old guy. He was a pervy old man. Would not fly in today's culture.
I'm sure not. Yeah.
Should not have been doing some of the things he was doing. Very gross.
He's been cancelled. He's got caught up in the...
Cancel Master Roshi.
He got caught up in the Z2 movie. I think.
That is the funniest thing. you've ever said on the podcast. Zeet. Sorry.
hurts, that
anyway,
hurts.
okay.
Alright.
So it just says the alphabet.
So it says
what other letters of the alphabet do you like, Sam? I'm a fan of Q.
Really?
Doesn't get used a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Oh, no. I'm not meant to speak here.
Oh, so we've now gone, it looks like we're now back where we were with Dimmy and Derrick in the orphanage.
Yes. I don't know why the alphabet has,
No.
in this book, the italicized full alphabet has somehow indicated that we have gone back in time to just, yeah.
Maybe it's like, no, I'm not.
Don't give yourself.
Here we go. It's
that
a
much
Dimmy
credit.
line. Okay. We're going to have to break out of this dump and somehow get to school. Hit me with 3 ideas, Derrick.
Said Dimmy. Well, Matron Magee seems really lovely. The door is open and there's a come and go policy. So I say we just tell her like I already said and walk out the door, said Derrick.
Never heard of an orphanage
With a come and go.
Yeah, come and go. As you please. Do what you want.
If you're still an orphan in 2 days, come back to me.
Okay. I guess this is a Dimmy line. Derrick, I have something I need to admit to you. Are you prepared to hear it? Because it might shock you.
Yes?
Don't say... Okay, so there's a rapid duality now between Derrick and Dimmy.
Well, it was going to be rapid.
Yeah. I've slowed it down.
No.
It might shock you, yes?
Yes?
Don't say yes if you're not ready, Derrick. I mean it.
Okay. No?
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you anyway. You deserve to know.
Okay. Yes?
Well, don't just say... Well, don't just say yes if you don't mean it, Derrick. I can't tell you if you aren't sure. It could really damage you.
Okay. Then no.
You need to know this information, Derrick. No isn't an answer.
Okay. Yes then. Tell me. I'm ready.
I can see you're not ready, Derrick. You aren't ready to hear this, so I can't tell you.
Okay. No worries.
Okay, I'll tell you. I think...
I loved it. Derek's just like, okay, no. Okay, for sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay. No worries.
Okay, I'll tell you. I think you're ready. Over the summer, I've been practicing some dark farts, and I think they can help us get to skew. I discovered a new spell. Repeat after me. Fartelium.
Fartelium. What does it do? Matron Magee walked past and noticed that Derrick and Dimmy were chatting. Hello, boys. I'm so glad you've made friends so quickly. You boys just let me know if you need anything. In a delightful voice, Dimmy replied,
Thank you, Matron Magee. We definitely will. Don't worry. Actually, there is one thing I'd like to ask, Matron Magee.
Dimmy said. Yes. What is it, Dimitri? Said Matron Magee.
It's a very dialogue-heavy chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any fart in you right now?
Said Dimmy. Oh! Excuse me, cheeky boy. That is not appropriate to ask a lady. But yes, because I eat a lot of beans and I have lots of fart to fart. Why do you ask? Said Matron Magee. I don't know. I hate that line of questioning.
Just, being cheeky. Bye, Matron Magee. Love your fatty bum.
Dimmy lied as he began muttering out of the side of his lip to Derrick.
Smile and wave, Derrick. Smile and wave. This'll all be over soon.
So that's straight out of Madagascar.
So, is it?
Smile and wave,
the
boys.
penguins.
Smile and wave.
That's right. And we'll put some of it in. We won't.
We won't. Anyway, this is just... I don't know why this is funny.
Wow. What's he planning?
Fartelium. Okay. I don't know, but
And
he's...
also Dimmy practicing some of the dark
yeah,
farts.
that's pretty fucked.
That's pretty fucked. Farts.
That is the funniest thing. No, I'm kidding. Matron Magee looked confused, but she turned around and began walking away. At which Dimmy immediately took out his wand, pointed it at Matron Magee and uttered,
Fartelium.
Derrick watched, and Dimmy smiled slyly, as with the flick of the wand and the sound of the incantation, the spell zapped right up into Matron Magee's bumhole. And slowly but surely, something began to happen. Derrick couldn't believe what he was seeing. Matron Magee, an already large woman, was inflating like a balloon.
So it's Aunt Marge from Prisoner of Azkaban.
It's, yeah. So good to have you. Good to see the original ideas are flowing as always. It was funny hearing Dimmy do a cheery voice. That was funny before. But this is
Thank you, Mrs. McGee.
yeah. Okay, like a balloon,
You see,
said Dimmy.
the spell turns all of the fart inside a person into helium gas, meaning they inflate and float like a balloon.
She's getting away, said Derrick. And sure enough, Matron Magee, who was now screaming in horrifyingly loud screams, almost as if Paul, the local murderer, was murdering her, when he was actually around the corner murdering a chimpanzee. That's terrible.
He ran out of human.
Paul.
He ran out of humans. He's now murdering a
Sure, they're endangered.
poor chimpanzee.
Yeah, and I love that Paul, the local and murderer are capitalized. Like, the first letters are capitalized.
Yeah, he's a character now. I love that Paul keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Let's not sleep on that.
No, boys, what is going on? I've only heard about this happening once when I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. She began wafting towards the door to the orphanage stinkily, as all of the other orphans and one prostitute, lol Sanjay, in brackets.
A reference to
The guy at your school called Sanjay.
Sanjay from my year 7 history
my
class
God.
who asked the teacher what a prostitute was.
Oh my God.
Fuck. God.
Poor Miss Take.
Poor Miss Take. I wonder what she's doing now. Write in if you're listening, Miss Take.
Interesting throw if she is.
Yeah, so, well, it's possible, like, if she's still a teacher, maybe one of her students listens and they're like, hey, miss, they're talking about you on a
Oh, that's true. That's so true. I'm lol Sanjay. And one prostitute, as all the other orphans and one prostitute, lol Sanjay, that one of the orphans had hired. Oh, lol. Okay, came out and watched.
It's a come and go policy.
Yeah. Hey, very good.
That is the funny. No.
that was pretty good.
Thanks, man.
They all came out and watched, laughing a lot, but also some were very scared about what was going to happen, as Matron Magee was out of the door of Deathbird and Reapers and was now floating toward the sky.
Oh, God.
I think this is you. I think this is Dimmy.
Grab on, Derrick. We're going to ride it all the way to school.
He said as he jumped inside the left cup of Matron Magee's bra, which was so soft and pillowy inside. Derrick followed. You've just let out a note. Derrick
Three L's and no O.
But Derrick followed and also went into the left cup. And Dimmy was like,
What the fuck, man? Go in your own cup. This is my cup. Wee, cup ride. Wee, floating across the sky. This is awesome. This was the only way, Derrick. This was the only way we could get to school. We had to do this. So Dimmy just seems to be the chasm of evil.
Yeah.
But he's like, well, this was the only way. It's like, well, we could have just gone.
could have just walked out the door and gone the normal way.
King's Cross Station is around the corner
Yeah.
from the orphanage. No, this was the only
No,
way.
I don't like trains.
I can't travel by train.
Like, are you scared of them? I know I can. I just don't like it that much.
I don't enjoy it.
I prefer not. If I can avoid the train, I will. And I can. She'll be okay after this, though, right? Asked Derrick.
I don't know. Who cares? Whee!
The boys floated for about an hour with the loud sounds of Matron Magee screaming I think we haven't addressed that. Sorry, they're literally in her bra.
Yeah, but I guess it's blown up to
what?
To massive size because she's inflated.
Well, the bra would say the same size.
Oh yeah, true. Her clothes.
So-
but that's interesting because Aunt Marge's clothes did expand with her. So
Maybe she was just wearing stretchy clothes.
that's possible as well.
Yeah, but that was a different spell, wasn't it?
That was it a spell?
what happened
Maybe
again?
it was Fartilium. It was just silent
yeah.
magic from
Harry.
Harry.
God, I feel like Harry really had some like rage issues.
Yeah, he would though.
Like that could have killed her.
Yeah, but he was a kid and she was pretty abusive. Like he was just retaliating.
Well, was he?
Tell that to the judge.
She didn't actually physically. Anyway,
She was pretty like abusive though. I would have done that. If
you would
I
have
had the
murdered her
chance. I would have murdered her.
for one. You got your auntie over for one evening, and she's a bit.
In the book, she's there for a
rude.
week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
the boys floated for an hour.
with the loud sound of Matron Magee screaming in terror, and various muggles saw them, and Channel 9 News did a report on it. And then Boxley Washington was facing a big controversy because the muggles had seen it, and the board said, look after it.
Boxley, of course, the Minister of
Yeah,
Magic.
and there's a board, and
There's a board of wizards, I guess.
and I think this is what happened in the book with Aunt March. Didn't Muggles see?
Yeah.
So Boxley sent a group of auras to go solve the issue, but he accidentally sent an email to his prostitute list instead of his aura list.
Oh, God.
So then a bunch of prostitutes just showed up at Channel 9, and it was confusing.
Channel 9, the Australian TV network that airs The 100 with Andy Lee, which starts again soon.
It does, yeah. I don't really mind if you watch it. So Boxley was in even more embarrassing times of late.
Well, things aren't good for Boxley with all these
they aren't.
prostitute incidents.
Just rocking up at the news station. Oh, well, Boxley sent us.
I love that the board of directors of the ministry just goes, look after it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, why is it my job?
God damn it, Washington.
Do you think is this because in the last chapter, Lochy's dad got a call from or got an owl from the ministry?
Do you think that? Yeah.
Maybe this is that.
I did think it could have been that.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. It all checks out.
And as Derrick and Dimmy floated through the sky, suddenly Matron Magee was quiet. In a high-pitched, squeaky voice, she suddenly said, "Uh-oh."
What?
The boys said in unison. I have to fart. And without a single other second to waste, Matron Magee suddenly erupted in a fart louder and stinkier than any other fart that had ever been done. And it was actually in the Guinness Book of World Records for the stinkiest fart of all time. Well, that's good that there was someone on hand to record that. They have to have a professional from the Guinness.
Yeah, to audit it.
But with the expulsion,
Expulsion?
It's expulsion is what it's meant to be. You don't expel,
Yeah.
But with the expulsion of the fart from her bum, she began to deflate, and suddenly Derrick Derrickson and Dimitri Dimatina fell out of her bra and were falling rapidly from the sky. The charge up from Matron Magee's fart actually caused her to burst out of the atmosphere into space. And she actually landed on Mars. And she was the first woman on Mars. And later they started a colony there. But that's for another book.
Well, I mean, the USSR and the USA spent years trying to, in the space race, trying to get to the moon. But Matron Magee in one night makes it to Mars.
Yeah, just farts her way out there.
Starts a colony.
And you know what? I think she'd be a great, matriarch, person to really start
a new
civilization.
Yeah.
With a
Woman of the Year, for sure.
Definitely.
She farted her way to Mars and started a colony there.
But that's for another book.
Yeah.
Another book in this series?
Or is it a spin-off?
Are we going to have
Matron Magee's mission to Mars?
Is the next book going to be set on Mars? Okay, this is now a line for you.
Okay. Don't panic, Derrick. Don't panic.
Yelled Dimmy as they fell. Derrick was doing anything but not panicking.
God damn it, Derrick. I said don't panic. You're ruining it. I promise everything's going to be okay.
Yelled Dimmy. How can you be so sure? Yelled Derrick.
Because I read the chapter before this. Everything ends up okay. We land and nothing really happens. Then the narrator does a flashback to this chapter. It was clever and I don't think it's been done in the series before this. But yeah, we hit the ground fine. Just scream until we get there.
Fucking hell. I read the chapter. That's a real time-space continuum thing.
It's a time loop.
Well, it's really a lot like Harry and seeing the Patronus in Azkaban.
Yes.
Because he only knows he can do it because he's seen himself do it before.
Yeah, but he thought it was his dad.
He thought it was dad, but then once he realised it was him, he said, well, I can do it because I've seen him do it before.
Jumped in
but then,
there.
how did he know he could do it the first time? Well, he'd seen him do it before. But how did he know he'd done it that time? Because he knew he'd already seen himself do it before.
It's an infinite loop. Infinite loop.
And Derek goes, oh, okay.
Sorry, we should have done it at the same time.
Finn.
And I guess
that is the end of the chapter.
I guess that is where we end up
Yeah.
at the end of the last chapter when that's plonk plonk.
Yeah,
The boys had fallen out of the sky.
Yeah.
Wow. What a journey.
Yeah, I guess. Well, was it?
I guess so.
I feel like that chapter was we found, as in like the end of the last chapter is when they landed.
Yes.
Then we go, all right, what happened? Well, they blew Matron Magee up,
Yep. Like Aunt Marge.
and then she farted away to Mars, and then they dropped it in front of the boys. So it's kind of
They could have just said in the last chapter, how the bloody hell did you get here? We blew up Matron Magee and landed.
Well, like I don't mind that, but like it could have just been part of it. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. No, it was
We're
good.
8 chapters in, not at Hogwarts.
No,
Because I think 8 chapters into the last one, we would have been at Hogwarts.
Maybe.
And the first one. Well, we don't know. Yeah, you're right.
when we say we don't know, it's not like it's a complete mystery. It's just that we can't be bothered finding out.
Yeah, someone write in.
We could find out.
We will look at the name of next week's chapter. Where are we? Okay. Oh, yeah, take it.
Should I?
Yeah.
No, why don't we I'll just call back after.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Okay, we'll leave that in. Sam just got a call. The next chapter is... Okay. Sam, describe what you're seeing.
I guess there's a minor character's name from the original books.
Yep. True.
If I'm not sure if this is
Well-
given, but I think that person, I thought they...
Oh.
Don't they?
I don't know, do they? Well, actually, at this point of the original Prisoner of Azkaban, this character would have popped up around then as
Oh,
well.
I see.
So it does feel like we are naturally continuing.
I keep forgetting that this is based on the third book
Yeah.
because I get confused because the last book was the team
Based
was a
on the
tournament.
fourth book,
was based on the
but then
fourth
it was
book, but then
kind of
came
based on the
back to the
second
second book.
book.
Yeah.
Which
So
is a
I keep forgetting that this is Kazkaban. This one's called the Commenters of Kazkaban.
Yeah, it is.
Did he say that at the start this time?
What did I call it?
No, I'm just saying. Did you say
I don't think I did this week.
welcome to the? Did you say hello, Hamoras?
Welcome to
Harry Potter and the
Hello,
Boys.
Boys, everyone. Welcome to Harry Potter and Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me.
Yeah, you didn't say Harry Potter and the
Radio
Boys.
Mike. Book 3.
Did you say it?
Usually I go book 3.
Yeah.
The Mentors from Kazkaban. Sam Garlip is here. Sam.
And I.
Yeah, and then
So thanks for having me. My best mate template.
Yeah, and then I
then
was
we-
like, template from last week's episode.
Yep,
That was
and,
funny.
And then we.
then what did we do?
And you know what,
Talked
let's-
about Tom, the barman.
That's right. Anyway, let's not.
And then we talked
continue.
about Claire not knowing who Clownish Kim Jiri was.
Totally.
And then we talked about the dragon from Goblet of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did. Then I think we jumped into the fanfic.
I'm sure I said something.
Yeah. What was your little bit there?
Yeah.
You had a little tidbit.
I'm sure we'll remember it next week.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that's the episode.
Yeah, that's the episode. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to the guys arriving at Hogwarts and
Yeah. Getting
Getting in-
started
getting
for the year.
some action and
Yeah.
maybe learning some new spells and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'll bring you another time. I'll bring you more updates on my Harry Potter Lego
Yes.
playing experience PlayStation game,
Yeah. Awesome. Nintendo Switch
Nintendo
version.
Switch version.
Is on PlayStation. I go listen to my other pod, 20th Century Boy. If you want full videos from this, patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. Thanks to the 17 that have signed up, but we are an independent podcast, so any support would mean a lot to keep the show running. Instagram, HPATB pod. I'm radio.mike on Insta. Sam is at Sam Garlep on Insta. TikTok, HPATB pod. And
That's about it. But guys, thanks so much and bloody stick around. Well, not right now, but next week.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Goodbye, Hamoras.
Fartelius.
I think that was Dr. Seuss that said that.
No. Was it?
No, he was a doctor.
Elton John.
Was it? Hey guys, it's Dimmy from the show. Wow, what a chapter. Now, Max asked me to tell you guys that if you like the podcast, you should tell all your friends. Put it in your group chat and just tell everybody that you love the podcast. Share it on your Instagram story or whatever. Also, if you could rate this podcast 5 stars on Spotify, that would be a big help as well. Thanks for listening. This podcast was a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to check out all our other content, stay up to date at radio.mike on Instagram, and get in touch, radiomikepod@gmail.com.